Hey, Matt, have you ever been given a possibly rabid wild squirrel for Valentine's Day?
Just once.
Just the one time.
Just the one. Yeah, that did not turn out well.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to the veterinarian first after the fact, and it turns out that's not the doctor you're supposed to go to after you get bit by a rabid squirrel. Yeah.
It wasn't like self-diagnosis. I think this squirrel is crazy.
Oh, no. I was already bit by the squirrel before I realized it was rabid.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then I thought, so a squirrel bit me, so I need to go seek service for myself at the veterinarian. That's not how you're supposed to do that.
No.
Turns out. No, actually, I was just joking there. That did not happen to me.
Well, I read online that some of the worst Valentine's gifts people have received one of them was a possibly rabid wild squirrel. I don't know how that's not like the top of the list.
It was.
It's kind of like in the middle of the list.
Well, that's only because it was a quote possibly rabid.
Yeah,
squirrel.
So not sure if that person's still alive and well to tell stories today.
Yeah, I was like, how do you know if something was a possibly rabid? You're like, well, the squirrel was foaming at the mouth. However, we didn't have test results. We just went ahead and treated the patient for squirrel rabies anyway.
It's a wild rodent. It's possible that it had it.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so some of these other terrible gifts on Valentine's Day. A hug-e-gram. Have you heard of these?
Okay, so huggy?
Hug-e-gram.
Oh, okay. Hug-e-gram.
Not huggy like diapers.
Okay, like an e-gram.
Yes.
Involving
but it's
hugs.
A hug. E-gram, which are arm-shaped pillows that hug a person.
Oh, that sounds...
See, I think that's sweet, especially in the last 2 years of the world. If you can't, like, hug people that you love or be hugged, you're like, oh, that's nice.
A hug-e-gram.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
You think that's no good? That deserves discussion adjacent to the rabid squirrel? I know that you kind of made that point already, but...
I don't think it's a bad gift.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's a gift instead of I'm never hugging you again, so here's some pillows to hug yourself. Maybe.
Yeah.
A Wendy's drive-thru meal made the list on there.
As bad Valentine's?
A worst Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah. I wonder why it was poorly executed.
Maybe. It doesn't say it was poorly executed. Maybe it was, the wrong meal. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the thought that counts doesn't count.
I hope they at least drew a heart on there or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or it was the 5 for $5 and I love you $5 worth of nuggets. There you go.
Does Wendy's have that?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't quote me on that one.
Okay, I won't. I was just talking to someone the other day. I was like, is the 5 for $5.95 at Arby's still a thing? Because they were annihilating some kind of Arby's brisket deal with onion rings on it.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah, it's kind of expensive. And I said, well, I thought they were the home of the 5 for $5.95. But it's been like 20 years since I've been to Arby's, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
How about a toilet seat for a Valentine's gift?
Depends.
Right?
Pardon the pun.
Right?
Pardon the pun. Because you could have given adult diapers, but...
Could have.
Depends joke.
Maybe the toilet seat is a warming toilet seat.
That was the first thing that popped into my mind. That might be a good Valentine's Day gift if it's a warming toilet seat.
Maybe it's a musical toilet seat.
That's right. We talked about that one on the show a while back.
I
put on a light show and put on a concert or whatever. Maybe a bidet attachment.
Maybe, yeah.
I still think about that from time to time. If I got a bidet for Valentine's Day, I'd be pretty pleased. As long as it included an install.
Yeah, I was going to say that came up in one of my BuzzFeed lists of items that would make great Valentine's gifts was that like this bidet setup, like you could make any toilet a bidet, but you would have to do the setup. So
yeah. This reminded me of the his and hers toilet setup. I think it was an SNL sketch from back in the day. You remember that?
The love toilet?
Yeah, the love toilet. There you go.
Yes.
For the unfamiliar, the bit is the love toilet. And you see a picture of a couple, and the toilet seats are kind of side by side, but facing opposite directions. And so that way they can both use the toilet at the same time in a very romantic fashion. Good bit.
Good bit.
Yep.
I think that was in the Kevin Nealon era.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe Phil Hartman doing the voiceover or something.
Yeah. What about a pair of tweezers, Matt?
Pair of tweezers for Valentine's Day. Now, that one could be really obnoxious because you might be implying that they need to fix their eyebrow or mustache or something.
Or upper lip. Yeah.
Well, not count as mustache?
For a dude, I mean, I don't think you'd say to your significant other, here's tweezers for your mustache, darling.
You never refer... I shouldn't say you.
Thank you.
None of your friends ever refer to their upper lip areas a mustache?
I don't think so.
Never offhand? Oh, like, oh, God, I got this mustache under control? No?
I don't think so.
Oh. One of my teachers in middle school dyed her mustache blonde instead of getting it treated.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's wild.
I can just see her there with the bleach on her lip and just hanging out.
If only someone had given her tweezers for Valentine's Day, Kate.
Or wax strips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweezing out your long blonde mustache one hair at a time might be a bit much, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty painful.
That's probably why she opted for the bleached mustache.
How old was she?
Oh, she had to just be like in her 30s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oy.
Yeah, I know. Maybe even her 20s. I don't know. You know, when you're in 6th grade, you're like, oh, what? How old are you? 40? Everyone seems 40.
Everybody seems 40. That's right. And then you turn 40 and you're like, oh, everybody's 50.
Yeah. Keep on kicking that rock down the road. Yep.
Right?
That's right. All right. So tweezers are a bad Valentine's Day gift. Anything else? This is good advice for the listener before they make potential decisions ahead of Valentine's Day, which is coming up on Monday.
Yes.
So
another thing on the list, which I would like more information with some of these gifts, how did funeral arrangements make the list?
Oh, man.
I mean, I know my sister-in-law gave my mother-in-law the book that says, "You're dead, now what?" Because it's supposed to be like my mother-in-law would fill out this book so that when she would eventually die, then my husband and his siblings would know exactly what to do, like bank accounts and life insurance and funeral arrangements and all that stuff. She did not see it as a helpful or as a endearing gift from her daughter.
So that was a gift.
That was a Christmas gift, yeah.
Oh, okay. At least it wasn't Valentine's.
Right. It was, "Merry Christmas, Mom. Get your stuff together so when you die, it's easier on me."
Yeah. Well, it might be a good Valentine's Day gift for a couple.
Right?
You know,
hey, happy Valentine's Day. We're going to get the love casket.
Yeah, exactly. You can figure out, this is the plot we want to be buried next to each other at forever and all eternity. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
You didn't like my 2-for-1 casket idea?
No, I imagine there's a variety of sales available, but
yeah,
Valentine's Day themed casket sales, right? But
buy one, get one.
Notice how you trained the coffin out of me there?
Casket.
Aren't you proud of me? I didn't say coffin that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it was a year ago that you first blew my mind, and like, those aren't synonyms.
Nope. You could probably, you could get a coffin if you wanted one.
I might. Pose me like Dracula when I'm dead.
Yes. Prop him up.
No, I clearly want to be cremated and thrown off a mountaintop by an eagle of some sort or a hawk.
Oh, okay.
As discussed. We discussed that once upon a time, didn't we?
I feel like we did.
And then we got lost in the logistics of it and the ethics of shattering a glass urn into a canyon somewhere. So,
or having the eagle dump a plastic bag, or yeah, and then repurpose that bag for his nest. And
it seemed like it probably wouldn't be worth the effort, even though I wouldn't care. I'd be dead. But
I know. But what are your thoughts on fireworks?
What do you mean?
Can we put your ashes in fireworks
and shoot it up overhead?
Yeah,
and that would explode in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty good.
Your ashes, yeah.
Doesn't sound as epic as training a hawk to grab my glass urn and throw it off a mountaintop, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go.
Almost gets me there. Close enough.
Almost gets me there. feel like it gets you higher than the eagle would.
Nah, I want to be way up in the mountaintops.
Okay.
It depends on the kind of fire. Are you talking about like a city grade fire like you would have at a professional fireworks show? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm talking black cats, Matt. We're just going to sit there and watch like 10 minutes of black cats.
Yeah. Snaps.
Is he done yet? No.
Just mix a bunch of snaps in with my ashes and people can grab the snaps out of my ashes and throw them on the ground.
Ew. Matt didn't pop on that one, and so you have to step on it. And
Yeah. Stomp on my ashes. That's great.
Oh.
All right. Any other bad Valentine's Day gifts on your list there, Kate?
Number one on the list was a breakup.
Oh.
The survey found that 7% of people have been dumped or dumped someone on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Womp womp.
No kidding. The guts. 7%? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. Have you ever been dumped on Valentine's Day?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
By successfully avoiding relationships almost my entire life. That's how I avoided that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There was a girl I was dating once in January, and I was like, I don't see this going anywhere, and Valentine's is just around the corner, and so I kind of cut to the chase because Valentine's Day was incoming. Does that count? Like a month out?
I mean, if it wasn't going anywhere, that's a good reason to break it off. But if you're breaking it off because you're like, I really don't want to buy this girl a box of chocolates or feel the pressure that I have to buy her chocolates.
Right, or I'm on the fence. I need to get to know her some more before I make a decision. And they'd be like, nope, Valentine's Day is nearly here. If I'm on the fence and Valentine's Day is nearly here, I'm staying on my side of the fence.
That sounds like a really bad romantic comedy.
Well, give me a minute to write it first. I mean,
like, how some sort of like, well, that'd be a good movie. Like this one sounds like, what do you mean? He just breaks up with her and goes and lives his life, and she's just like, what? What happened?
A rom-com where they're early on in the relationship and the dude is on the fence about whether the relationship's going to work out, but then it's like, the idea of Valentine's Day is enough for me to make up my mind. That doesn't sound like a fun summertime rom-com, Kate?
No. Cue credits. Bad.
Okay. All right.
It's a short movie right there.
Yeah. Well, good. There's too many long movies anyway. We need to bring down the average. 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's how much time you need to watch a movie now. What? Unless it's like Disney Pixar. Like every movie got to be 2 hours, 45 minutes. I'm back in my day.
I know, right?
Movies were an hour and a half, Kate.
That's right.
I think now people just expect movies to go for like, this is like just 1.5 episodes of a show on Netflix. What am I doing here?
Which is funny because sometimes Monty will be like, you want to start a movie? And it's like 7 o'clock. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
We won't get to bed till midnight.
Yeah, I'm like, same for me, except if it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like, 5 o'clock to start a movie? I don't know about that.
That's crazy, Tom.
Got to get to sleep tonight. Yep. You've been drinking?
I've been drinking. I drank 2 nights. So dry January is over.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've drank twice since dry January ended?
I've drank twice. Yep.
That's pretty good. 9 days in.
Yeah, I got kind of excited last Friday night.
Okay.
I had a few, and I felt it on Saturday morning.
Oh. What was
and then I was better on Saturday morning, and then about 2 o'clock on Saturday, I was like, oh, man, I'm feeling it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. What was the beverage of choice? So Friday was the first time that you...
Yep, Friday was the first time.
You broke the seal.
I started with a tequila cocktail. That was delicious.
Oh, sounds great.
And then I moved on to a vodka soda. That was delicious.
Oh.
And then I had about 4 or 5 seltzers, which went down like water.
Yeah. See, it's the danger with those things. What kind of alcohol content is in those? Is it like similar to beer?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know that I should have started with one and stayed with it.
Was this, would you have Red Claw? White Claw, excuse me.
White.
You have White Claw?
I did. I had White Claws. Yeah, that's what I had.
Red Claw is a villain in Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
To which Batman is surprised to find out Red Claw is a woman. And then we learn not to judge people based on their gender in that episode, Kate.
Oh. Okay. I don't remember that episode.
All right, White Claw. Yeah, because you watched some of it. You were adjacent to some of Batman the Animated Series by virtue of your brother.
Yep.
5% ABV. So that's about a beer.
Yeah.
For White Claw.
They just go down so fast.
Well, at 100 calories per 12-ounce can, Kate. I mean...
They just go down so fast.
Yeah.
But my problem was that I started with tequila and then vodka and then White Claws. I should have just...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was your first return back to drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a decent number of tolerances obliterated.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You have a good time? Were you pretty sloppy?
No, not sloppy.
Oh, okay.
No.
Woo! Nothing like that.
I had a good time though. I was with some family and I laughed a lot and I needed that. So that was good.
Good.
Yeah. And then last night we had a coaches meeting. Fourth grade basketball coaches meeting because we're coming up to tournament time.
Okay.
And we've got some practices before the tournament. And so we were talking strategy last night and around the fire pit. And I brought my water because I was like, I really don't know that I need to, because I knew that there were going to be beers there, but I had a few beers and it was good. It was good.
You brought water, but then someone was like, here, have a beer.
They're like, do you want a beer? They were all drinking whiskey. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. So I had a beer.
No return of Whiskey Kate just yet.
No.
Have you sworn it off?
No, I haven't sworn it off, but it is, I know that there has to be the right time and place for Whiskey Kate. And fourth grade basketball coaches meeting was not the place for Whiskey Kate. Yeah. My brother, though, over the weekend, he was drinking something with bourbon. And he goes, ooh, you should try this. This is so good. I'm like, I'm not a big bourbon fan. He's like, I promise you'll love it. I put it to my mouth, like, before I even, like, could take a drink, I smelled it. And I was like, nope, not doing that one. Thank you. Love you.
But aren't bourbon and whiskey the same thing, except bourbon isn't made in Kentucky?
I don't think so. I think they're different.
Really?
Look it up.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Bourbon versus whiskey.
They may have a similar, what is it? Fermenting or process?
What's the difference?
Because you have Irish whiskey. Are you saying it's bourbon if it's made in Kentucky?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Well, don't they have Kentucky Gentleman? Is that bourbon?
I think Kentucky. Yeah, I think the only way it can be bourbon is if it is out of Kentucky. Whiskey can come from anywhere, but bourbon is a whiskey. It says here, a popular explanation is all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Let's see. In other words, bourbon is a specific type of whiskey, American to be exact.
Maybe
but
that's
the difference
why I don't like
between bourbon versus whiskey is a little more complicated than that. Here's what you need to know. What makes a whiskey bourbon? According to Jim Beam, here we go. This is what we needed. The guidelines say bourbon must be made in the U.S. and 95% of it is made in Kentucky. It must be made from a fermented mash of at least 51% corn, though most are closer. Yeah, so you're right. It is more specific, but it's pretty close. I enjoyed them both.
It was a distinct, like, nope, not gonna even. Thanks. I appreciate the offer.
You gave it a smell. You gave it the...
Yeah, and I can't remember what the name of the drink was.
The patented Kate Sniff.
Sniff.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. And a lot of times, I just want to smell it. I don't want to drink of it. I just want to smell it.
Yeah, we've talked many times about this before. And
I know. I don't think that's weird. Is that weird?
Can I smell your drink? Maybe.
Yeah.
Especially for your propensity to have bugs that are just hanging on by a thread. Just fall right into the...
My propensity. Have you ever seen bats in my cave? No.
Bats in my cave. It's good.
You ever say that to somebody?
No.
Bats in your cave?
No, I have not. That's pretty good, though.
You should try it. Try it.
Yeah, being of, I'd say, below average height at 5'7", right? Most dudes my age are probably closer to what? Probably 5'9", 5'10"?
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm just pulling it. I'm used to dudes being a little bit taller than me. And
You're used to looking up their noses?
I've seen many bugs in a tall man's cave. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Or bats. I need to not mix the metaphor.
Yes. Bats in the cave.
Is it that much better to say, hey, you got a bug?
I mean, I think it takes the,
Mm-hmm.
what's the word I'm looking for, Matt? It takes the judginess out of it, maybe?
Oh, yeah. So, hey, you got a bug hanging.
Where you don't want to embarrass someone, where it
That's
makes
true.
it lighthearted.
Yeah. Anyway, with your children, it doesn't count for your children, but you ever remove someone else's bug? You ever be like, here, hold on.
Let me get it.
You take your pinky and just kind of go up there and like, there we go. You ever do that?
Does my husband count?
Yeah, you remove his bugs?
Every now and then.
Oh.
I go, let me get it. No, he doesn't let me.
Let me get it.
I joke around like, come on, I'll get it. No.
Yeah.
Other babies, like if there's babies I'm in charge of or nieces or nephews, to be like, yeah, let me get that bug.
And then you suck it out with your mouth.
Oh, that's never been the case, Matt. Never, ever.
There was that apparatus, remember? Weren't we talking about that?
Yeah, never did that.
The snot vacuum or whatever it's called?
The booger sucker? Yeah,
booger sucker that I think, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have one of those. Do you know that?
I was not aware that they got that.
Yeah, apparently it's like a competition to see who could remove the biggest baby bug.
Sounds like a dicey Saturday night at the Orlando Bloom Katy Perry home.
No kidding. Kinky. Yeah, you're right.
But they're using it on the baby, right? They're not using it on each other?
Correct.
Okay.
Not using it on each other or themselves. But yeah, it's like mouth powered, right? But there's a filter in there, so you're not going to end up with bug in your mouth, but
you hope.
Still, yeah, you hope.
No, I never did that for my kids. And the little bulb booger sucker of old, my children never liked those either. So a lot of times I just fingernail, scoop, get it out. Yeah.
Gross.
Totally.
It's amazing what babies can get away with.
It's amazing what grown-ups can get away with when you're like, but it's for the baby. Like you said, I would never walk up to Monty and be like, here, let me scrape that bug out with my pinky nail. But it's a baby, so you have to do it because they don't know how to blow their nose. But it's real gross.
Yeah. Meanwhile, does come out of their... Wait, a fawn, there you go, emerges from the doe and immediately starts walking.
Right?
And these babies are a little lazy.
Undeveloped.
Yeah.
Soft-boned.
Yeah, soft-boned. Yep. Flesh bags.
Yep. Flesh bags. Congratulations on your new flesh bag. Matt, write that in your notebook for your next friend who has a child.
Congratulations on your new flesh bag.
Flesh bag, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They might laugh at that.
They might.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I think my friends are all tapped out. I need to acquire new friends if I want to make that joke.
Okay.
What? You think I'm capable of that?
Yeah. I just said okay.
Getting new friends just for the jokes?
Just for the jokes. I don't know, Matt. Do you really think you need younger friends? Do you think the next, what is it, like wave below us is where you're going to be comfortable?
No, not necessarily. I don't feel the need to go out of my way and acquire younger friends.
Okay.
No. But if friends happen organically and they happen to be younger, then that's fine.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to
that's fine. Yeah.
acquire young friends.
Seeking the younger generation of friends.
Especially just for baby jokes. You know?
That's true.
Well, because my current mode is being like, oh, wow, I've got friends that are, not that far off from eventually kids out of the house, and I'm like, it's like maybe we'll be able to actually hang out at a reasonable frequency again. So to acquire new friends that are signing up for no social life, I don't know if that would make much sense either.
True.
Yeah. Except for the jokes. Except for the baby jokes, the fleshback jokes, yeah.
Just here for fleshback jokes.
That's right. So, Kate, you mentioned the fire pit. You guys had some fire pit. This is a perfect week for fire pits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week, National Weather Service had written some kind of tweet. It was very poetic, and it was like, every one of these days where we're 50 degrees, that's one less day where it's going to be winter temps and thus get us closer to spring. And it's like, oh, that's great. And then, this is prime fire pit weather.
I like them.
You guys have one at your house or no?
We do not. We do not. I think it's probably an eventual thing, but we do not as of yet.
You need to figure out where that pool goes first.
Correct. But I think the fire pit would be okay. Like if we got a mobile fire pit until then, that would be okay for on the deck, or not the deck, on the
patio.
Patio is what I'm trying to spit out. Yeah. And then once we've got the pool situated, then we could do a bigger fire pit of sorts. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're kind of anti-s'more, so.
I am not anti others enjoying s'mores.
Good points.
Yes.
Yes.
I just don't want to have to touch your marshmallow. Yep.
That sounds.
I know, right?
Hey, touch my marshmallow.
I am not touching your marshmallow, and you cannot make me.
Yeah, so you're not going to help the girls remove a marshmallow off of off of the stick?
No.
They got to figure it out themselves.
Either that or they have another responsible adult nearby called their dad, because he doesn't gross out at marshmallows.
So are s'mores off limits when Monty's out of town for work?
I would say the fire pit would be off limits if Monty's not there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to fire that bad boy up.
You could always make microwave s'mores.
They can do that at their grandparents' house.
Why?
Because I don't want it in my microwave.
You worried marshmallow's going to go everywhere?
Yeah, that's what they do.
You ever microwave a marshmallow before?
At my mom's house, yeah.
Man, they get big.
Actually, I haven't. My mom suggested that at her house. I was like, what are you doing, woman?
It doesn't get all over the place, right? Wasn't it fine?
No, it got all over the place.
It exploded?
On the child, on the floor, everywhere. No, it's just gross.
Oh, yeah, because it's not crispy.
It's just gooey and sticky. And
it's been warmed up.
Yeah. Apparently people who love that think it's perfect, but.
Finger licking good, you know?
Yeah.
But no.
No, thanks.
I forget. Texture? Is that the biggest reason?
And taste.
You don't like the taste either?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when was the last time you marshmallowed?
30 some years ago.
Oh, come on, Kate. You should give it another try. You never know.
No, I do know.
Okay.
I know. It's the same thing with bananas. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Live your life, man.
And pumpkin pie.
Yep.
Yeah, I can eat banana in limited fashion. It's got to be cut with other fruits, you know, as part of a fruit salad or something. I can't just sit there and gobble down a full banana. Mm-mm.
You say full banana like I think of a watermelon or something. Like it's ginormous.
They're pretty big.
And I think it's funny that you like it with other fruits, where I think it makes the other fruits slimy.
Makes them lesser. You're probably right, but I'll still consume them in that medley because I know that bananas offer like potassium and some good things, right?
Yeah. That's what they tell us, Matt.
Yeah. Well, they're actually kind of higher than sugar than you might think, or higher than in carbs or something you might think. So that's a good excuse to not eat them.
But it's natural, so it's okay.
That's true, right? And it's not like you're juicing them and just drinking banana juice and not eating the rest. Because that's
God, make it stop.
Right. Because that's the key, right? When people start juicing their vegetables and the pulp gets all filtered, like they throw the fiber away, and then thus you just have pure sugar. Like, don't you need the fiber stuff in there?
You probably do, but I still think if you juiced real fruit, it's still better for you, sugar-wise,
than
because
Kool-Aid.
It's natural than Kool-Aid, than orange.
Yeah, orange juice has a lot of added sugar.
Store-bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Kate juices her own oranges.
Oh, man, I've been getting some good cuties, and I've been eating those like 3 at a time. Yes.
Really?
So good. So good.
You just recently got on a kick for these, or what?
Monty brought some home, and then we went through a bag, and then we went through another bag, and then we went through another bag. Yeah. So good.
So you just sit there and just start popping them open and throwing them back?
And it'll start like I'll open one for the girls, and they're like, well, I'm here. I might as well have one for myself. And then I eat 2 more. They're so good.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the cutie? Isn't the point of the cutie that you can have a smaller serving?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think it's that it's easy to peel, and your child will eat the whole thing instead of wasting a whole orange.
Yeah, you're right. They are easier to peel, and a little softer too when you bite into them too, right?
Right.
A little bit easier to take down. All right. Well, yeah. Cuties are good. I haven't had cuties in a long time.
Yep. Good stuff.
The food item or otherwise.
Oh.